what we have here is, a partnership that can help you in the terms of the wellness. You can have the most cutting edge products that can help you, regain your life in terms of your physical life, but you can also regain your life in terms of your dreams, goals, and aspirations with better finances. Because what the finances will do, the finances simply deliver you from the bondage of having to always focus on, survival. Once survival is no longer, the number one goal, then you can really focus on what you were called to do. But most people live, based on survival. But we can change that. And this is pretty much what I like about what we have here tonight. And I'm pretty sure that, you will enjoy what you're going to hear tonight. One of the flagship products we have, talking about the drops, the body balancing drops. These are the signs of hormonal imbalance. It could be mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue, like a chronic fatigue, being tired all the time, weight gain. All of these could be symptoms of hormonal imbalance. And this is not something that is just for women. For example, when we hear hormones, we think about women. We think about maybe, what's it called again, menopause or premenopause. Yes, it is true, but men have hormones as well. So, and modern day science is not really talking yet. It's not engaging the conversation about the hormones. Most doctors won't even recommend a hormonal therapy, for the problems we have for health. So these are the signs of hormonal imbalance. You may know people that told you, that told you about the symptoms they have. You may remember that, okay, I remember somebody who told me that they were going through some of these symptoms and all that. But like I said, this is for everybody. So the program we have with the drops, these are the day and night drops approved by Health Canada. So this is a product that was manufactured specifically to rebalance the hormones and to help the body function properly in terms of helping your body systems to be rebalanced and your body system to start to work again the way they were designed by God. So it's made out of adaptogenic herbs, and anything that is adaptogen, an adaptogen herb or adaptogen plant, when you consume something that is adaptogen, what it does is that it helps your body function the way it was meant to. It normalizes and it's going to stabilize and harmonize your body systems. And this is all of our body systems could be normalized and stabilized by the consumption of adaptogens. So these two bottles are really just, like I said, gold. The bottle number one, the day drops, they taste like chocolate. And so what it will do, it's going to impact appetite, metabolism. It's going to help us get, have more energy. It's going to help the body burn more fat. It's going to remove all the cravings. It's going to regulate the appetite. It's going to impact sleep. You're going to have a great sleep. It's going to increase libido. It's going to reduce inflammation. It's going to help people with blood sugar issues. It's going to help with insulin as well, because insulin is that hormone that stocks all your sugars. So while the hormones are being rebalanced, your insulin as well will be rebalanced. It's going to regulate insulin and the pancreas. People with thyroid issues, same thing. They also get amazing regulation right there. I mean, people come with different types of testimonies. Like in my case, I don't take blood pressure medication anymore. We have people telling us they stop, they don't need to take their diabetes medication that they used to take. And in most cases, the doctors actually come to the conclusion that they no longer need whatever they were taking for diabetes or pre-diabetes. So we hear all kinds of stories. We have a lady in Quebec, her name is Kim, and a brain tumor vanished thanks to the drops. But again, I'm not saying that everybody will have the same type of results, but anything is possible when your body starts to function the way it was meant to. So the night drops, it'll work differently than the day drops. Those night drops, you take them and it's a formula while you're sleeping that is helping your body fight inflammation. Just think about it. Inflammation is known to be the cause of most diseases. Come from some sort of inflammation inside the body. So when you're taking the night drops, it's actually fighting inflammation while you're sleeping. It's normalizing your body, regulating it, burning the fat and everything. So it's an amazing formula to have the day drops and the night drops. So that's for Canada, and this is Health Canada approved, and they were pretty much apparently very, very impressed by the quality of the product. Yeah. So those who live in the States use this version. It's an homeopathic version and different ingredients from the versions we have in Canada. It will do the same thing in terms of results. The only difference is that what it's just the ingredients. That's the difference. But everything else is supposed to produce the same results. And I've lost, most of, half of my the weight I lost was with the homeopathic version from the United States. This version that we still have in Canada, but before we had our Canadian version, this was the main drop that we had in Canada. That we were using these ones. Yeah. So I lost more than 100 pounds. I started at the end of February of last year, and by the month of September, I had lost more than 100 pounds. But I lost, let's say, 50% of the weight that I lost with this version, and I lost the other 50% with the Canadian version. So yeah, but again, different ingredients, but it's supposed to do the same thing. The American version doesn't have a night formula. So these two bottles, you take them daytime only before your meals. You don't have a formula that you take before you go to bed. But again, at the end of the day, it does the same thing in terms of, the results that people, will experience. So once again, just to summarize, weight management, appetite control, metabolism, energy, it's going to boost your body's response to stress. It's going to support your digestive system as well. Even your brain and your cognitive functions. It's also known to help, with mood swings and depression. So a lot of people say that these drops are the drops of joy. They bring them joy. They're the happy drops, like many people call them, the happy drops. Yeah. So all the ingredients, of course, are ingredients that science is very impressed with in terms of what it will do. As you can see, it's all natural ingredients that you're going to find in there. From cinnamon to green tea, from Arabica coffee, guarana, cordyceps, holy basil, the acerola berries. All of these, if you research what they actually do, specifically, like individually, each one of them, you'll see amazing benefits. So just to summarize once again, if you look at our day drops, going back to our day and night drops, so it's going to help maintain your body's ability to metabolize nutrients, thanks to chromium and biotin. So it also helps maintain normal blood sugar, thanks to chromium. That's why we get so many results when it comes to diabetes. A lot of people report, doctors telling them they don't need medications anymore for diabetes, simply because, everything gets regulated. Provides antioxidants with green tea and cinnamon, provides natural caffeine with Arabica coffee, guarana, and green tea. And when you look at the night drops, it's a source of, I'll take my time to read that very long scientific word. Polysaccharide. Okay, I did pretty good. Polysaccharides. Okay, so it's a source of polysaccharides from fungi, like a fungi or fungi, with immunomodulating. So this is pretty much means that it's going to modulate, it's going to regulate, your immune system, anything related to immune functions in your body. So it's going to be modulating it properly, thanks to the cordyceps. It provides antioxidants that will protect us against the oxidative damage caused by free radicals. So anytime you hear anything that has to do with oxidative damage, oxidative stress, free radicals, it refers to what causes cancers and degenerative diseases. So it's an amazing way to say, quote unquote, I'm not making any medical claims, but anything that refers to antioxidants, oxidative damage, or stress or free radicals, it simply means that nutrient is a cancer prevention nutrient. It's an anti-cancer nutrient. So just to say that as you're taking the night drops, it has anti-cancer properties, anti-cancer functions. That's simply what it means. I'm not trying to make a medical claim, but anything that will help with oxidative damage or stress caused by free radicals, it's something that is preventing the development of degenerative diseases and cancers. So while you're taking the night drops, it's amazing to know that just like Health Canada allowed us to say that it fights inflammation while you're sleeping, well, it's also good to know that it's also going to fight cancers and degenerative diseases while you're sleeping. That's amazing. Thanks to the acerola cherry or berry, holy basil, and these are the two ingredients that are mentioned for that specific function. And it also provides the ingredient traditionally used in calming in calming teas, the L-theanine. So this just in a nutshell, I know there's much more, scientific information about the product, but this is just in a nutshell, like a summary, an overview of what you get in those day and night drops. Another product that I've been using with the drops is Abvantage. It's an amazing fat burner, non-stimulant. You're not gonna have the jitters or heart palpitations or chest pains, because most of these fat burners are filled with caffeine, and it does produce provoke those not good sensations in your body. I remember those. So this is the first fat burner that has zero stimulant that I came across, that I discovered. And Advantage is just amazing. It's going to help reduce your belly, your hips, and your waist. So it's going to reduce the fat in the belly, the waist, and the hips. It's also going to get rid of all the visceral fat inside your body, the one that is wrapped up all around your organs. So I really recommend the Advantage as well. Sugar Stop is also another amazing one. It blocks up to 40% of your sugars that comes from carbs. So now we're talking about, rice, potatoes, pasta, bread, things like that. If you're an African, maybe you eat yam and things like that, or fufu, all these, or plantains, plantain bananas. Well, all of those, is filled with sugar. Rice may not taste, sweet, but it carries so much sugar. So that's all your carbs. So when you take the Sugar Stop, it blocks, the sugars that are in carbs, and also the sweet sugars, like your table sugar, and the remaining of the sugars that are not blocked in the 40% or 20%. Those sugars go through the fibers that are in the product, and it gets flushed into the toilets. So we just launched this amazing, groundbreaking product called Core Cleanse, and this is a detox tea, a lemon ginger detox tea. So Core Cleanse is really something that everybody should have. Did you know that most people, I say again, most people, if not just everybody, will carry in their intestines 5, 10, 15, up to 20 20 pounds of fecal matter, which means that all the waste that should be getting out from our bodies when we go, to the toilet. Well, all that fecal matter, it sticks to your intestines, and it creates some sort of intoxication from the inside. So you get intoxicated, your body gets poisoned from the inside. And a lot of diseases come from our gut system, our intestinal flora, so your gut. And your gut is known to be your second brain. So happy gut, happy life. Just keep that in mind. Happy gut, happy life. Now, and that's most people. I don't know if you know, but there's a report that said that the singer, the legend of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, when he died, they did the autopsy. Apparently, they found up to 50%, no, not 50%, 50 pounds, sorry, 50 pounds of fecal matter from his intestines. Apparently, that's kind of what, some reports have been saying, that in Elvis Presley's body, when they did the autopsy, they found 50 pounds of fecal matter in his intestines. So, and again, a lot of people, that's pretty much what many people will carry. I say that the average is 5, 10, 15, or 20, but it could be more than that. And that's not good for your health, for sure. So Core Cleanse is your detox tea that's going to help with the bloating, what's going to help with, constipation. It's going to help regulate your gut, your gut system. That's your second brain. So what is it going to do? We have 2 sachets. One of them will do your gut reset. You take it from Monday to Friday, and the other one will do your flush. So it'll help you flush, and so you will visit the toilets, but it's not going to give you cramps or anything like that, or diarrhea. It's really going to be an amazing total cleanse. And this is vital for health in general. Like Bob, my business partner and the one who introduced me to these products, Bob had his sinuses completely cleared. So now you're going to wonder, so what's the link between, gut health and sinuses? Well, it's directly linked. It's directly connected. If you do your research, you'll see that there's an explanation for that in terms of the inflammation aspect of things. And when your gut is now being reset the way, this product will help your gut being reset, it's going to impact your global health. Not just the weight loss, but your global health will be impacted. So this came out not even 2 weeks ago. It just came out. So it's so popular already. We have so many testimonies because I don't know if you knew it, but 50% of people, in general, are constipated. 50% of people are constipated, my friends, in case you didn't know that. So that's huge, just to know that in general, people, it doesn't mean that you have like a hardcore constipation, but you may go to the toilets, but not everything comes out, you see. And of course, there is the traditional constipation. But again, 50% of people are constipated. That's not a minor detail. It's huge. So with the core cleanse, it's all these natural ingredients in there, that's going to come and reset your gut. It has probiotics as well. So it's a gut feeding, it has in it gut feeding fibers that promotes a thriving gut, a thriving gut ecosystem while helping keep your hunger in check. So that's what, when you take this detox tea, it's also going to help, regulating the cravings and everything. That's why it's a good combo with your drops. Okay, so magnesium glycinate, that's one of the ingredients in there. It supports your electrolyte balance, and electrolyte is so important for hydration. Okay, and so it's going to help you have better digestion and fewer crampy moments in terms of have cramps and stuff like that. So the ginger in there, it speeds up your GI tract, your gastrointestinal tract, clearing and reducing, clearing it and reducing, the whole, I've got to go cramping type of thing. So that's what the ginger will do. That's why when you take the core cleanse, you're not going to have, what's known to be, when you take anything detox or that's anything laxative, sometimes you have these cramps and all that. This is made to give you a nice experience in terms of the cleansing of your gut system. So, and you also have senna in there that helps clear the path for smooth moves in your GI tract. So, which simply means it's going to come and help flush everything out. But again, it's going to do it in a very smooth way, of course. So it's an amazing product. And again, we hear all kinds of testimonies. Like I said, it's not just a weight loss support. It's not just a digestive support. It's a global health support, because if your gut is functioning properly, your whole health will function better. Definitely, because it's your second brain. So it's a 5-2 formula. So you're going to take the core cleanse, the sachet, the light yellow sachet, that one, you'll take it 5 days a week, let's say Monday to Friday. And this is your reset. It's going to reset your gut. Okay, so you take it 30 minutes before you eat. And then the other sachet, the orange one, that's the Core Cleanse Plus. That's the flush one. That one, when you take it, it's going to flush everything out, and it's recommended to take it in a weekend. For example, you could do the lighter sachet, the light yellow sachet. You can do it from Monday to Friday, and then Friday night before you go to bed, you can take now the Core Cleanse Plus. And then you take a second one in the morning on Saturday when you wake up, and then it's going to help get that big flush all through the weekend. So that's what's recommended. But again, you don't have to do it Monday to Friday and do Friday, Saturday. You can also do it from Sunday to Thursday, and then depending on your schedule, you can simply organize yourself around it. But the formula is you use one sachet 5 days a week and the other sachet 2 days a week. And when you get your box, you get 28 sachets. You get 20 sachets for your Monday to Friday, and then 8 sachets for 2 per weekend, because in 1 month you have 4 weeks. So that's pretty much how they've designed it. And so far, crazy, amazing testimonies. So I would say, let's spread the word, not the world, I meant the word. Let's spread the word on this product. I see so many of my colleagues, engaging on massive campaigns online, on social media. And I see how so many people are coming on board, getting the product just on the basis of the detox tea, the constipation, the whole gut health. It's very, very, very popular, especially with women. Apparently, women have a tendency of being more constipated than men, as per what the scientists tell us. So a few tips, when it comes to this product. So take your before and after picture. For example, if you know that, you also had some, weight loss goals, drink plenty of water every day, at least 64 ounces. Start with Core Cleanse prebiotic. So you have one formula is the prebiotic formula, and the other one is the detox. Okay, so start with the Core Cleanse prebiotic health drink. That's the yellow one for 5 days. Then Core Cleanse Plus, which is the gentle GI detox. Okay, that's the orange one for 2 days. Very simple. 5 days and 2 days. Drink with cold water. Don't mix with hot water. So this is not your traditional tea that you put in a hot, a cup of boiling water. This is the tea that you're drinking like an amazing lemon ginger juice, and it is so good. I don't know if you've tasted it already, if you've ordered it and received your product already. But if you have, I would like to have a quick testimony later on, just letting us know how do you like it so far. I just love it. It's the type of drink that it's like an amazing summer drink, summer juice, with that you can drink in a nice big glass with ice. So good. It's really they did a good job on the taste. It's so good, really delicious. So yeah, and so you drink it immediately and you choose your release day carefully. Okay, so you take the reset, formula, and then you do the release formula. So it's a reset and release. You do the reset and you release. The release is going to the toilet for the flush. Okay, so choose your release day carefully. Make sure you're home and all that so that you don't have to run and stuff like that. So, a quick testimony of how these products have helped me. The weight that I lost was not with the Core Cleanse. It was only with the drops, with the the drops and the Ab Vantage, as well as drinking the noni juice, which I will talk about in just a few minutes. But I used to weigh 300 pounds. It's been like that most of my adult life. Still very, very young, of course. So I'm happy to know that from, since I've lost more than 100 pounds, it completely changed my life, changed the way I think, changed the way I envision the future, changed the way I feel. I changed my persona even. I smile so much now. I wasn't the type of person to smile at all. I mean, I was not Mr. Smiles. I mean, look at me now. I'm smiling all the time and everything. It's just a new life, a new life. It's a new lease on life, like a new lease on life. Yeah. I took a big risk of showing the abs, but I wanted to do it because, I mean, look at how the belly was before, So it's kind of like, wow, I didn't have the abs when I was in my 20s, but I'm happy to have a better body now, which my children, my wife, and everybody will enjoy. The fact that better health, better longevity, and everything. One of my daughters is 8 years old. So I mean, when she's 20 or 20 something, and she's ready to walk the aisle at church, getting married, she'll be happy to have a strong, healthy, dad, standing beside her and walking her inside the church, for her wedding day. So these benefits are amazing for our families, our children, and definitely for what God has placed in us, because we do have, mandates, destinies, purposes. But again, if the health is not there, if your body breaks down, no more destinies. That's what I'm talking a lot about, being fit for destiny. And that involves also your finances, because if you're not fit financially, it will also hamper your ability to live the life that God has put in you. So it starts with your health. If your body breaks down, where are you going to live? But again, if the finances are not in place, how are you going to live in an economic society? So yeah. So I'm not done yet. I'm still taking the drops. I'm still taking the advantage. I still have big goals in terms of getting my body to a very, very athletic shape. Like I really, really, really want to get rid of every single ounce of fat, and I want a real athletic body, like a real athletic, like an athlete, a professional athlete who performs. That's the type of body that I want, and I'm getting there. I am getting there, and I'm getting trimmer and trimmer. Like it's just an ongoing process, and it's just amazing to see how the process is still ongoing. I'm getting trimmer and trimmer, and of course, that's amazing. So, and I'm not the only one. Look at how other people, are experiencing the same thing. Look at how the body type completely changed from how she was before to how she is now. Same thing with me. I completely changed body types. Completely. I went from obese to slim. Dr. Crystal Vance, she lost 162 pounds, as you can see there, and she kept the weight off as well. Same for me. I've lost 100 pounds by September of last year, but I've kept the weight off. I'm still, I've kept the weight off, and I'm still, pursuing, better fitness. Bob, he's the one who introduced me to these products. Same thing with him, great transformation. That's his wife, Lynn. Look at how it helps with inflammation. Just amazing to see how in just 2 weeks, the swollenness completely gone. So this is for everybody, men, women, men also have hormones. This lady was condemned to the wheelchair because of a muscle dystrophia issue. Today she's standing strong, she's lost weight. She's also building an amazing online business around our products because you can really run your own virtual store selling this cutting edge nutrition all over the world. And that's what she's doing. And she even removed herself from disability checks from the US government. They told her she was crazy to do that, but obviously not crazy at all because her income right now is around like $10,000 US per week, with the online business she's building around these products. I'm not saying that everybody will earn $10,000 a week, but again, the potential is there. If it's your vision to build a global business, to have a new source of income, it's possible because these products are in high demand. And anything in high demand will create financial opportunity. Anything that has high demand. You need to find something that's in high demand and be able to offer it in a global way. So find something like, you have to be able to fulfill an unfulfilled need. And we do have an unfulfilled need when it comes to wellness. People are still not well. You see, the hospitals and the doctors and the medication, it's not doing the deal. And more people now are becoming more conscious that they need alternatives. They need to find nutritional supplements and other things to help support their health. Because a lot of people are coming more and more to the conclusion that, the medical system, the pharmaceutical system doesn't have the answers to the issues of health. So it's a good, business model because you are fulfilling an unfulfilled need. So whenever you can do that, you can create wealth because you can fulfill a need that is not yet fulfilled, and you need a unique solution, which we have with the drops and all the other products, and you need to be able to offer that unique solution to the masses. And that's what we're doing using social media. Okay. Other products as well are helping people in a tremendous way. The noni juice. This is your natural healer. Noni is just amazing. It's from a fruit from French Polynesia, from Tahiti. So it has more than 150 nutrients, more than 275 phytonutrients, and the noni is your long list of anti-diabetes, cardiovascular issues, anti-cancer, aging. I mean, everything is in the noni juice. It's good for the whole family, for the parents, the children. You can give it to babies as well. We have so many testimonies when it comes to the noni juice, like Sandrine couldn't, keep a pregnancy. She would get miscarriages. And when she contacted me, I put her on the noni juice and the drops. Within 1 month, she was able to get pregnant again, keep the pregnancy, and have her baby. Just like that. So, and we have many testimonies with the noni juice or even the drops when it comes to pregnancy. Yeah, helping women with their uterus and all of that. But the noni is so complete, it does so much, even with men. It'll help men have more sperm production, more quality and mobility of the sperm, more libido. It helps the men become more fertile, same as with women. It increases the chances of getting pregnant after the age of 40 when you drink the noni juice. It also helps preventing losing pregnancies at the early stage of pregnancy. That's what it will do as well. And it will nourish the fetus when the woman is pregnant. So just so many things that the noni juice will do. It's going to help with blood sugar issues, cardiovascular issues, blood pressure issues, cancer issues, aging issues. I mean, noni is very, very complete. It's got the very best antioxidants that you're going to find there, naturally speaking. Just amazing, amazing, amazing thing. I love the taste. It's really delicious. You can have it in a sachet form, where it's a liquid sachet, like a pouch, or you can have it in a big bottle. You give me that bottle, I can finish one bottle in 1 day. Really, I'm not even joking. I can drink a bottle a day. That big bottle of 1 liter, I can drink it every single day, one bottle a day. So for me to invest for noni juice, I would have to invest for 30 bottles per month to be happy, you know. But and that's my dream, to have a noni cave. You see how people have their wine. See in a lot of houses nowadays, people will do like a special. They will have that wine cellar, you know, where they have all their wines. Well, I'm not going to have a wine cellar. I'm going to have a noni cellar. You know, that's kind of a division I've always had with these natural products. I want to have in my noni cellar and have, you know, a room filled with noni bottles everywhere, and just take one bottle per day and just drink and drink. And when you know, when I see that it gets, you know, it's getting empty, just going to refill the cellar. It gets empty, refill it, because this is life, it's health, you know, it's, you know, what you want to put in your body. So anyway, so that's kind of my little dream there, you know. I want to have my noni cellar, not here, because in the where we are renting right now in Calgary, you know, it's not that type of a house yet, but because we just moved in Calgary from Ottawa. But when we get to our dream home, or you know, when we're gonna establish the family where, you know, we're I know that we're going, you know, I'll make sure we have a cellar, that type of room, and I'll fill it with noni. Yeah, and also the limu. We also have another one of our products that is in a bottle, the limu. I'll fill it with noni and limu. I'll have all the bottles in there. So that's the Noni Max. And then I'll make sure to put some Noni Max as well. Noni Max is just another version of the Noni, like stronger with more antioxidants. Very, very powerful. It has this flavor like a grapefruit. It's very, very good. So amazing. MOA, it's called the mother of all nutrition. It has 36 superfruits, okay, superfoods, not superfoods, 36 superfoods. And each superfood can have up to, you know, hundreds of nutrients. Just think about it. And MOA has 36 superfoods. Each superfood can have up to 100, you know, hundreds of nutrients. You know, like the noni. Noni has 150 nutrients, and in the MOA you also have noni in the MOA. So, and also have these six medicinal mushrooms, the shiitake and maitake. These mushrooms are just amazing. We hear all kinds of testimonies in terms of how it impacts your organ functions, like people with, let's say, kidney issues. We've heard testimonies where they had their kidneys restored or regenerated, where maybe they would have got into a dialysis type of thing. So MOA is also very, very strong with anything that has to do with the intense pain, fibromyalgia, or, you know, sciatic nerves, or just inflammation in general. It's very well known for helping with massive pain, anything to do with mobility, bones and muscles, and just overall health. Just like your noni, MOA is very, very general as well. It's also like a natural healer. That's the Limu original. That one is it's like an amazing mango juice when you drink it. And this is also like your natural healer. It's made with seaweed. So it's an amazing different concept and everything. So crazy testimonies as well with the Limu original. I've heard some of them specifically with the Parkinson's. Yeah, people with Parkinson's and stuff like that. I've heard that you know, they were taking the Limu, and there was like, you know, amazing, you know, testimonies around you know, these people. But again, it's your natural healer, just like the noni and the MOA. It's like a general health therapy. It touches pretty much a little bit of everything. So many products, you know, the Everglow. This is like the new generation of collagen, you know, anything to do with the skin, bones, hair, nails, and all of that. So Everglow is really amazing. It comes in a powder form. It tastes like a peach juice. So Everglow, amazing stuff. Max 2.0, this is electrolytes. So this is for hydration. So important. It's so delicious as well. So it does so many things. I don't have time to cover that. So many products we have, as you can see there, so many of them. Restorix, this is a mega detox. It's gonna help your body get rid of all the heavy metals and all that. It's made with activated charcoal. Amazing formula, the Restorix. We've got so many testimonies with it. We even have a noni and collagen. You see here, this little bottle of collagen beverage. This is noni with collagen. We have amazing testimonies there because you have all the benefits of noni and collagen as well. So many products. Renew, This is your fountain of youth. You want to consider Renew, absolutely. In terms of getting younger biologically speaking, you want to consider Renew. It helps, it nourishes our bodies with the youth growth hormone, HGH. And that one is responsible for, keeping us young. Yeah. Just keep in mind that somebody who's 65 years old, okay, somebody who's 65 is actually aging 125 times faster than a 12-year-old child. Okay, so a child who's 12 years old, okay, will age, at a certain pace. But if you're 65 years old, you're aging 125 times faster than a 12-year-old child. And you want to consider Renew. This is for everybody. If you're 20 years old and up, you want to consider Renew. Why? Because even though you may feel that you're still young, today we have a phenomenon called premature and accelerated aging. Even babies that are born today, science has been telling us that the babies born today have telomeres that are actually 10 years older than children from previous generations. So children are being born today 10 years older in terms of their telomeres. And the telomeres are it's actually what determines longevity. The length of somebody's life can be measured by the telomeres. It's at the tips of your chromosomes. So when you take Renew, it's going to help impact all of it and help you age backwards. So it's so important to consider Renew. Your fountain of youth. So it helps with amazing sleep at night. It helps with libido. It helps the human couple, like a man and a woman, in their intimacy. It's going to help with vitality, endurance. It's also going to magnify the pleasure in the intimacy. It's also going to help men producing more sperm. It's going to help men with erectile dysfunctions. So many things, so many benefits. It's going to help you have better skin. There's a picture that I'll have to show you next time. A man, like maybe 70 years old or 75 years old, his gray hairs went back to brown when he started to drink Renew. You see the picture. He's the father of one of our colleagues. She shared the picture of her dad. Gray-headed hair turned back brown after drinking Renew. So that's your renewal. That's your longevity. So you really want to, consider Renew. Everybody should be considering Renew. That's your longevity companion. Yeah. Vinali, also very, very popular. Lots of vitamin C in there, thanks to these grapes from France, and also the skin, of these grapes. So it does so much in terms of vitamin C, your immune system, collagen production in your body, so hair, skin, nails. It also impacts your heart, your eyes, your skin, your lungs. There's a study that came out, a scientific study that was published that was showing us how when you start to take Vinali, up to 4 months, like 4 months into taking Vinali, like 16 weeks, it says that your systolic blood pressure, the high one, see when they say your blood pressure should be 120/80, so the high one, the systolic, it brings it down by 27%, and it brings the diastolic down 15%. That's a pretty amazing. So this is when you drink Vinali. It comes in the forms of a herbal capsules. So when you take Vinali, 16 weeks into taking it, like 4 months, you start to notice that your blood pressure now goes down. 27%, the high one, the systolic, and the diastolic, the lower one, by 15% in average. So to me, Vinali is a must-consider product, not just because it's going to help your skin look better, fresher, younger, and firmer, like more firm, especially when you're losing weight. It helps you keep a firm-looking skin, firm, nice, and fresh. But it also has all these other benefits in terms of cardiovascular and blood pressure. You want to consider Vinali. It's one of our best sellers, especially in Europe, in our European community. It's maybe the number 1 or 2 seller after the drops or with the drops. Vinali, very, very, very popular. So I really recommend it because nowadays, heart attacks are the number 1 killer. Like in America, heart attacks, they're like up there. They're like the number 1 killer, heart attacks, and strokes and all these things. Of course, cancer is also up there in the top, in the top 5 of, killers. But cardiovascular, like heart attacks, are the number 1 up there. So Vinali, for me, even though we cannot brand it as a health, like a heart health, solution, but The scientific studies are revealing that, all the virtues of the product, and it's definitely a natural support, when it comes to your heart, your eyes, your skin, your lungs, and your anti-aging and everything else. So Vinali, very, very popular. That's why I took some time to talk about it, because I really, really admire what this product can do. And I also know that we have plenty of testimonies all over the world. So yeah, so we want to be your business partner, your wellness partner, your lifestyle partner as well. Our vision is to power health and prosperity around the world. It's very biblical. It reminds me of 3 John 2, beloved, above everything else, above all, I want you to prosper and to be in good health, just like your soul prospers. It's very biblical. Those who have the entrepreneurial mindset, you can definitely build a global, online business with the different trends that we have. It may be energy drinks. We have all these products. I didn't show you the energy drinks, but we do have energy drinks as well. Sports performance, weight management. These are all different trends. And you may be an expert on some of these trends, or you may want to, build a business around these different trends. And you can use any of our products and really go full force in any of these trends, dietary supplements, functional foods, personal care. It's all like billion-dollar industries, and we are tapping into all of these billion-dollar industries with the best products out there. So anybody coming with an entrepreneurial mindset, you can definitely build a massive business online, helping people with the best of the best. So you can get started in terms of how do I get these products? You can buy the products as a customer, retail. We can give you a 15% discount, or you can buy these products as a member, as a brand partner. Why do I recommend the brand partnership? Because it's just cheaper. You're buying at 30% discount compared to buying at maybe 15% discount. The most you can get as a customer is a 15% discount from the wholesale price. But if you do it as a brand partner, you're getting it at 30% discount for life. You see? And you only pay a one-time fee to be a brand partner or a member. It's $37.95 in Canada plus tax, and in the US it's $29.95. In Europe it's $29.95 as well in euro. Okay, and in the UK it's 24 pounds sterlings. So what do you buy? What should I take? The 4-pack of drops. It's a good way to get started, because the science is telling us that a good hormonal rebalancing takes up to 4 months. So when you take the 4-pack, it's good in terms of timing. You're going to have enough products for 4 months. You're actually buying it as well cheaper, because somebody who's going to want to buy the drops on retail will pay $236. And when we apply our 15% discount, they're going to buy it at $200. But when you buy it as a member or brand partner, you're going to buy it at $166 Canadian. Okay, so that's pretty much, that's amazing. And in the US, you're going to buy it at $123 instead of $167 US. You see? So it's cheaper when you do it as a member. Okay, and when you buy it in a pack, like the 4-pack, it's even cheaper, because instead of buying it at $166 box, and each box comes with the 2 bottles, you're going to buy it at $125, because the 4-pack costs us $500 Canadian, which means that each box of drops comes to $125. So it's just cheaper when you get the packs. And again, if you want to do this as well as a business and also activate the unlimited income potential that is offered with the free marketing that they also give you to launch your business online, well, you can also consider the 10-pack. Okay, and it gives you more business volume, more points, which gives you more percentages as well in terms of your earnings. And with the 10-pack, you actually also making more savings, because each box comes down to $119 in the 10-pack. And when you're going to resell, because you may be going to use one for yourself, resell the rest, so you're actually making a net profit of like $800. After paying yourself back, the investment, you're actually keeping $800 in hand, when you resell, the drops. And you can also do the 30-pack, which is also very popular. If you can invest at this level, I would say this is your big business lunch. If you do the 30-pack, that's your big business lunch, because this is like a franchise, like opening up a Tim Hortons or a McDonald's. So you're pretty much loading your business with the most inventory. See what I mean? Okay. But again, you don't necessarily need to do it this way. We're not in the business of carrying inventory because everything is online, but you can, if you want, buy a 30 pack and carry that inventory at your home. And while people, contact you to buy the products, you can either ship it to them, or if they're around, you can, sell it to them directly. And those who invest into the 30 pack, so many benefits, like lifetime benefits, because you get the highest percentages in terms of the highest pay in our compensation system. So many perks that you get when you are starting with the 30 pack. But again, even if you don't start with the 30 pack, all the points that the 30 packs will give you, you can still reach these points differently with, selling the products, giving you links to customers, or, making purchases into your account. You can make those points as well. But it's just that, depending on which kit you choose to buy, or the number, or the quantity of products you're purchasing when you're getting started, it'll give you points, points volume, and that business volume will determine, your level, the level of profitability that you're that you're getting yourself into. For example, when you're starting with the 4-pack, that sets you up at a 15% commission level. A 10-pack will set you up at a 20% commission. When you do the 30-pack, it's going to set you up at 30% commission for life, and with many other perks, and all that. We have other, sessions, other videos that will explain to you how that works in a more precise way. We also have an online system of marketing through an app called Boards, that you can get for free. You can download it on your phone, and you have all of your marketing campaigns. So it helps you get yourself out there and start to promote, your business online and everything. So it's a free marketing campaign. All you got to do is some cut and paste. That's all you do. Copy and paste. Anybody can do copy and paste. You can program your Facebook to actually post for you. So we're going to teach you all of it. So you're actually getting started with your own viral marketing system, and all you got to do is do some cut and paste, or copy and paste online, and that's what's going to launch your business online and get customers to come inquire about the products and everything. Our company was voted with the #1 pay plan in the world, or the #1 compensation plan in the world. We have 8 different ways that we get paid. This is for those who really want to build their their online business. It's pretty much the concept of building a virtual store, a virtual nutrition store, and you'll be selling high-end nutrition all over the world. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole idea. And it's backed by a very strong social media propulsion system to launch your business online. Yeah, we are present in 50 countries already, more than 50 countries, close to 60 countries. But the company has a vision of being the largest, company in the world, and we want to take this concept everywhere. Really, I myself, I'm very engaged into, working with the company to launch, some of the African countries that are not yet on board. So that's one of my big, my big goals that I have, working this project. But yeah, and the company is only 3 years old, debt free, 400 million already in revenue. Okay, that's amazing. So it's going to be soon $1 billion brand. But think about it. Anybody who's coming with a business mindset, this is a business you want to be part of. You see, in terms of the product is in high demand, innovation hasn't stopped. We're still innovating. So cutting edge products that people need. Okay, the company has a vision of, it has a 50-year plan. And they finish, putting together the 50-year plan. So that's done. Now they're working on their 100-year plan. Okay, no, not many companies, work in that sense. We have a Bill of Rights that protects us. You see, so it's a very unique model. The highest compensation in the industry, as per Business from Home magazine. We've been voted #1 in terms of growth and momentum, globally speaking. So no debt. Already 400 million in sales, okay, and more than 50 countries already. So you can build this globally already, and we're not done expanding it to more countries. So just think about it. What if you were given a chance to join Microsoft at the very beginning, or to join Apple at the very beginning? Your life would have been completely different. So that's kind of the mindset. But again, you have to see it. If you don't see it, then you don't see it. But you have to see it. So it's a good, a place to be. A good place to be. Yeah, good place to be. Because natural health is not going anywhere. It's just announcing itself. In a sense that if you knew, I don't know if you knew already, in the US right now, there's a movement called biohacking. What's biohacking? It simply means you're hacking your biology to get better, feel better, live better and longer. And why are we talking about biohacking more and more? It's because people have realized that they can no longer really trust the medical system and the pharmaceutical system. People are now conscious that you need to find supplements. You need to find a better way, alternatives. And there's a study that came up that is indicating that 50% of the US consumers have listed wellness as a top priority in their spendings, which means that today we're talking more and more of the longevity economy. If you've never heard about it, well, let me introduce you to the longevity economy. And why are we talking about a longevity economy? It's because the economic studies have shown us that US consumers and consumers more and more are spending money in the areas of longevity and well-being and wellness. So now we can talk about a longevity economy where billions of dollars are being spent already per year. You see, and this is not going anywhere. It's actually only getting started. You see? So when you understand these trends, you think about Corona. What happened when Corona came about? It took the world by storm, by surprise. And many people realized that they didn't have a good regimen in terms of immune system and things like that. You see, those who had the natural regimen in terms of immune system, they did better in terms of coping with Corona. But those who didn't, maybe they suffered a little bit more. You see what I mean? So, which means that the mindset when it comes to global health, it's got to be different, especially after Corona. And more people are becoming more conscious that you got to go shop for these ingredients, these supplements, you know? So that's what I'm saying. This type of business model, online franchise, like a McDonald's or Tim Hortons online, you build it from your phone, from your home, from everywhere you want, and you look at the whole concept and the context of what we have, the quality of the products, the science. My goodness. If you really catch the vision, it's a good place to be. These are the two founders, John and Darren. Darren is the one on the left side. He used to be the pastor of his congregation. And John, on the right side, was his assistant pastor. How amazing is that? But they were millionaires or billionaires living in Puerto Rico, and they had an amazing opportunity to invest into companies that have gone bankrupt because of Corona. And then they purchased these companies, and they brought their own vision, and it became partnerco. Yeah. So an amazing, amazing deal we have. So an amazing community, amazing lifestyle that we have as well here. Trips. I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii next week on the 29th of April. I'm leaving for Hawaii. It's going to be from the 29th of April to May the 3rd. So that's an all paid, all expenses paid trip, luxury vacation. Next year, we're going to Morocco. Yeah, so we have conventions, we have events and things like that. So just an amazing community, and it's called partnership marketing. We partner, in marketing, life marketing, the good life marketing, hope. So yes, this is partnership marketing. So it's an amazing blend in terms of the partnership between the corporate and us in the field. So it's really like an amazing, fusion and blend. So partnership marketing. That's what it is, and what we're doing. We're calling it the future of partnership marketing. And we have limitless earning potential. Of course, it requires work. Of course, it requires work, but while you're going to work anyway, why not work at something that's going to set you up within the next 3 to 5 or 7 years? You see, it's not something that will necessarily happen overnight. If it happens overnight, praise God. But give yourself 3 to 5 years, 5 to 7 years. And if you do it consistently and you don't lose the vision, good things will happen, because you're going to have built for yourself massive residual income, which means that money that is being paid to you while you're asleep, while you're in bed. And that's what we want. To be free, to be set free financially, you need residual income that is of a higher level, that is higher than the cost of living. Ideally, what you want is to have income level that is actually above the cost of living. Let's just say that this is your cost of living. You want to be earning higher than the cost of living. And ideally, you want to be earning residually, which means that money that is being paid to you, that you're not working to get, it is just being paid to you over and over. Okay? So you want to receive a high level of residual income that is higher than your cost of living. You see? So if you can build yourself for yourself a high residual income, higher than your cost of living, then that's how you can be set financially, for life. Yeah. It's a simple formula, but it's just to understand why do we need residual income. Okay. And with our business, you can definitely build residual income with the customer base, with your partnership base, the customers and the recurring consumption and the sales and everything, loyal customers using the products and building, consistently and all that. Over time, you're going to have a massive customer base and all that, you using the products, and that's what's going to create for you a residual income. Yeah. Okay.